All right, let's do this. Thanks so much for joining us the day after Arkansas's funeral, should I put it? I mean, Alabama really put the Hogs into the ground yesterday. 52-3. Yeah, it's a rough one for Razorback Nation right there. But you know what? That's just what happens when you go up against the #1 team in the country. And to be honest, it probably could have been worse. And normally we talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly right after a loss. But after a 49-point blowout, it was just all ugly. And I mean, pick your poison. The offense only scored 3 points and had 188 total yards of offense. You're not going to find a lot of Arkansas highlights in this video right here. Not to mention quarterback Felipe Franks. He got hurt on the second drive of the game. The offensive line gave up 8 sacks. Hold up. Let me repeat myself. 8 sacks. Listen, I could go on and on, but that wouldn't really get us anywhere because, let's be honest, it was Alabama. But now what's uncertain is if that was the last game of the season or not. And we asked Coach Pittman about whether or not this team deserves and wants to be in a bowl game.
One game doesn't define the season. I mean, we got our butt kicked bad today, but that's the only game that we did. And in a regular season, when you beat 3 SEC teams, you usually have 3 or 4 wins in a non-conference game, and that's 6 or 7 wins, and you go to a bowl game. I want to because I want to practice with this team. I want to have a few days with the younger kids. Teams that don't go to bowl games, they lose about 15. They lose a spring ball on everybody that does.
I hope to see Arkansas in a bowl game. That would be a lot of fun to watch. And I think it was Ferris Bueller that said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you might miss it. Well, Arkansas State, they also move pretty fast. Head football coach Blake Anderson, he resigned on Thursday, and the program got its new guy on Saturday. And people, they're already excited because Butch Jones will be running the program. He's got a very impressive resume from being under Nick Saban as an offensive analyst and assistant for the last 3 years. And right before that, he was the head coach at Tennessee for 5 years, boasting a 34-27 record. But he left the comfy confines of Alabama, actually right after they beat the Hogs, to head to Jonesboro to get started. The Red Wolves went 4-7 this year and only won 2 games against Sun Belt opponents. And after 3 years, Coach Jones is putting the head coach hat back on and said in an article from 24/7 Sports, I coveted being a head coach again, but you're always looking for the right fit. And this is the right fit. Looking forward to see what he does with the program in 2021. Hey, let's move on to the hardwood, shall we? Arkansas hosted Central Arkansas for the first time since 1947 yesterday, just before I was born. And it was actually a slow start for the Hogs. Jared Chatham doing things himself for the Bears. The Bears actually led for the first 11 minutes and 20 seconds of the game, but that's when the Hogs got out of the pig pen. Jalen Tate, how about a 3 for him? He scored his 1,000th career point in this game. Big milestone for him. How about this play? I call it youth to experience. Moody, the freshman, with a great feed to Justin Smith, the senior, with the finish. He had 12 points on the contest. But how about the Rogers, Arkansas native, SK Shitu, number 0 for 3. That's good. Bears were only down 6 at halftime, but in Arkansas, the Razorbacks reigned supreme over their Conway neighbor. Tate with the no-looker to Connor Vanover. Slamma-jamma, baby. I hope that phrase didn't make me less woke. But the Hogs, they were woke the whole second half, beating the Bears 100-75, improving their record against UCA to 7-0, and they go 6-0 on the season.
I thought Central Arkansas did a phenomenal job at the beginning of the game of playing at their pace, playing at their tempo. We did not have many shots fall early in that first 10-minute segment. I certainly thought as the game progressed, we got better and better towards the end of the game.
They did too. They certainly did. But he did say they need to get better from deep, only making 9 out of 33 pointers and only taking 9 free throws all game long. Their next game is going to be next Sunday against Oral Roberts at 1, and then UCA is going to play next Saturday against Championship Christian at 2. Hey, right after the break, we're talking with Anthony Lucas about his state title win with Pulaski Academy and his thoughts on the Razorbacks football season. That's coming up right here on The Final Score. Don't go anywhere. Hey, I'm not crying, you're crying. It's a sad day, not just because it's the day after Alabama destroyed Arkansas, but because it's the last time we get to talk to Anthony Lucas. I get choked up every time I talk about it, and we're going to get his expert analysis of this Razorback game one last time. Anthony, it's good to see you, and I don't want to start off with the Hogs right now. I want to concentrate on how you helped Pulaski Academy beat Little Rock Christian yesterday to win back-to-back state titles. Man, I know you're the wide receivers coach, man. How does that feel?
It feels great, man. It was, God, what a phenomenal atmosphere. I'm still on cloud nine, and it's so real, man. You know, 7 straight appearances and winning 6 out of the 7 state championships, man. It is truly beautiful. All glory to God, man, and just getting those kids to buy into what we do. That's basically it, man. They executed well. They played hard. The receivers, Coach Kelly, we all saw a lot of things that they were doing in the way they were playing us, and I was like, wow, it's gonna be a big day. So, and we had a great game plan. So Coach Kelly, he's really good. He does a phenomenal job, and I'm just so happy for those kids and this senior class. So, man, it's a great feeling.
You guys got a talented group. How many rings is that for you now with Pulaski Academy?
Well, this will be 6.
All right.
This will be 6.
You're running out of fingers.
I know it. I can't wait to get sized up for this one. I mean, they're all nice, but this one, it just seemed like it keeps getting nicer, man. You know, the most important thing was what our kids had to deal with this year. And all the kids all over the state of Arkansas, all over the world, playing through COVID and through all the different protocols and things like that, man. It speaks volumes. We didn't have a spring. We didn't have our 7-on-7s like we normally do. And, you know, no team camps in the summer, man. That's tough. But our kids actually challenged each other and got out and worked together as a unit and did some things on their own. And it paid off.
You really
did. We got another state championship. So I'm just so happy for our kids at PA.
That's awesome. It's a season and championship to remember, but yesterday I'm sure that's a game that Arkansas wants to forget. 52-3 loss to Alabama. I know there's no real bright spots out of yesterday's game, Anthony, but what were your thoughts about the loss?
I wasn't surprised. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Alabama is really good. They're a well-oiled machine. Their receivers are pretty good. Running back Harris, I mean, God, they're Alabama. I mean, seriously, whoever thought may have had some hope that we could win this game, I tell you, they're different. But I thought we would score a touchdown at least, but boy, Coach Saban them came in and they have not annihilated us. And overall, I'm still, happy for Arkansas, and we made some positive moves this year. I mean, am I happy with a 3-7 record or whatever? 3-7? No, I'm not happy with that. But our future is bright for the program, and Coach Pittman and the staff, they do an amazing job, and we'll fix a lot of that stuff, and we'll fix a lot of things that we need to fix defensively, offensively, just overall, and we'll be a little bit better next year. I don't want to say a lot better.
Right.
I just want to say a little bit better next year, and be more exciting to watch them play again. But it's been great watching them this year.
Yeah, it's been a lot more fun than recent years, like you kind of already said. So do you see this season as a failure or a success? Because I know in recent years when you don't really win an SEC game, this year is definitely a step in the right direction.
Most definitely it's a success. We won 3 SEC games this year. We hadn't done that in a long time. So, yes, it is a step forward. And like I said, we will continue to get better. So I don't see it as a failure. Am I disappointed that we should have won some of the games that we lost? Yes, I am. But that's how it happens. But we can adjust and look forward to fixing all those things next year. And like I said, we'll be better. So, no, I think we're moving in the right direction. And those kids love playing for Coach Pittman and his staff, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see who gets better. I mean, there's a lot of young talent on this roster. And out of all this year, who's your season MVP? Because I feel like there are a couple of candidates.
There were, and there are, to be honest with you. But I guess you can say I'm being biased because I'm a receiver.
I was about to say.
Receiver. guys make plays, but of course I'm going with the guy from Warren, Treylon Burks, man. He's a beast. He's a specimen, and he's only going to continue to flourish throughout his career. He's going to have a bright future. He has a bright future ahead of him at Arkansas, and I think whenever he moves on, whenever he decides to go to the NFL, so he's pretty good. But like you said, there were multiple guys. You know, even defensively, there were guys too. So but I'm going on the offensive side of the football, and that's what Burks.
Yeah, definitely a bright spot. I think he had 860 receiving yards and led the team with 7 touchdowns. So it was real fun to watch Treylon Burks this year. And it was also really fun to talk to you every single week after a game, Anthony. I cannot thank you enough for spending your Sunday with us. So I just want to let you know, we really appreciate it.
Man, hey, to you and all your staff and everybody there, man, I'm grateful that you guys allowed me to do this. I really am. Thank you so much. That's not a big deal. I love coming on with you. And, man, I'm going to tell you, so I was so happy to see you yesterday. I wanted to jump over you, hug your neck, man, when I saw you at the game. Nick both. You know, all you guys, man, just big ups to you all. Y'all do a great job. And get a chance to see Wes. But, man, it's good seeing you, too. And thanks for what you all do all over the state.
Of course. Yeah, thanks again, Anthony. And, yeah, hopefully we'll see each other soon. Not sure what we'll talk about, but we'll make an excuse for something, all right?
All right, no doubt. Well, hey, we resting now at PA. We're done for the year. I get a chance. I went from looking at film on Sundays now to taking hair down. I was taking my oldest daughter braids down, getting ready to get her hair done. But, man, it's great. Cowboys won today, so I'm feeling really, really, really good.
It's a good day, man. Yeah. It's a good day. Well, you know what? I'll let you get to work on that three-peat for next year, all right? I love it.
Hey, babe, we got it. I got my sweatshirt on right
it
now.
Looks great, I got one. Man.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Go Bruins. Go Hogs. God bless you, Troy. Thanks for having me.
God bless you too, Anthony. Thanks so much. Hey, right after the break, we're talking to Scooter Register. We're going to break down some state championship games from yesterday and previewing the ones for next week. This is The Final Score.